Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
I'm James Spann. This is the morning edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday, the 4th of February. Cold, messy, wet day today. And let's get in there and talk about it because next week, potential for more winter mischief. Check the Skycam shots this morning. Boy, what a forecast disaster yesterday. Rain and freezing rain, sleet, snow coming in way ahead of schedule. I wrote in the morning package that the forecast was fraught with danger because of everything that could go wrong with the southwest flow aloft over shallow cold air, and sure enough, it happened. But this morning, we're above freezing. In fact, the Daniel building showing 36 degrees. We've been rising steadily all night as expected, so for most of you, it's just going to be a cold, rainy day. The area of concern is northwest Alabama. We'll go up that way. There's Jasper. They're sitting at 32, and Fayette is sitting at 31. And again, so far we have not heard of any major icing issues enough to cause trees and power lines to come down up there, which is good. And the warm-up will continue this morning. And there you go. Boy, what a system. Look at the upper low that's located out there north of the Big Bend of Texas. And out ahead of that, a very, very strong dynamic lift and very shallow cold air at the surface. These are observations this morning at 5 o'clock, and you can see that the Interstate 20 corridor is fine, mid-30s, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston. Gadsden still sitting at 32, and of course you go below freezing for Coleman and Haleyville. And so for the bridge icing this morning, the main issues will be to the north and west of Birmingham, especially up there in northwest Alabama, Marion, Winston, Coleman, places like that, those three counties. And there's the radar this morning. It's raining up there. That's freezing rain. Down to the south, some good rain falling, and that's all, regular rain. It's above freezing, clearly, for places like Selma, Clanton, Sylacauga, Anniston. And we can be thankful for that, but that's just going to keep moving north. It's going to be a very wet day today. There's a look at the big picture, and you can also see more heavier rain back off to the west, and that will be moving in here today. So cold, wet, rain, high of around 40, just nasty. Good day to stay inside and sleep. Sounds good, but doesn't work for most of us, does it? There's our watch warning map this morning. And you can see winter weather advisories all the way from the lower Rio Grande of Texas, including Brownsville and McAllen, up through North Alabama, into southeastern Tennessee, and on up into parts of North Carolina and Virginia. Thought we'd look at the temperatures around the region. You can clearly see how the cold air is deeply entrenched off to the west. Dallas-Fort Worth is out there around 20, and the bigger icing issues will be to the west of here, out there on the Mississippi Delta, back into Louisiana and Arkansas. In fact, let me show you the day one ice outlook. This is the greatest chance of the really significant freezing rain. Parts of Louisiana, much of North Mississippi, the northwest corner of Alabama, up into southern Tennessee. And again, I think that's pretty much spot on, where we will be in the mid-30s for the most part this morning as the rain continues to fall. So really, for most of you, just a rainy day. Let's look at modeling here, and this is the 06Z GFS at noon today. There's your trough to the west. We'll look at the RPM, which, by the way, did a rotten job yesterday, as did every model and every forecaster. Just a reminder of how much we don't know. Humility is one of the great things missing in this science. This is, again, noon today, just wet here. Freezing rain around the Mississippi Delta and snow back over Arkansas and East Oklahoma. This is tonight at midnight. The rain is gone, and look at that little band of snow about to knock on the door. So we are going to mention the chance of some light snow after midnight tonight. And there's 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, and that light snow covers much of North Alabama. And again, the key word is light. We don't think it will be enough to cause any significant accumulation. Having said that, we'll probably be a little below freezing tomorrow morning, about 30 or 31. So if we do see some light snow, just be aware there could be a few icy spots on the bridges, nothing like yesterday. And then Saturday at noon, it's gone. In fact, the sky begins to clear. We think the sun breaks out tomorrow, and temperatures begin to recover. And again, today, we should be up there close to 40 for a high, and I don't know, same thing tomorrow, low 40s. Both the NAM and the GFS are showing 43. Now we'll go to Sunday, clearly the nicest day of the weekend. Good chance we see low 50s on Sunday with a partly sunny sky that will be a dry day. All right, next week models are all over the board. I'm just telling you now on the specifics. Monday, a very strong piece of energy comes through on this run, and that would suggest a sharply colder day with a chance of light snow or snow flurries on Monday. You know, we've seen some looks that have us up in the low 50s on Monday. This would have us in the 30s with a chance of snow flurries. Hey, what's a 20-degree swing? We'll probably have to just split the middle in the forecast and adjust it as we get closer. There's Tuesday. You got that big 1,044 millibar high to the north. How many times have we seen this setup this winter? Snow breaks out over Oklahoma and Kansas. Wednesday, a strong piece of energy comes through West Texas, and that's going to be spinning up a winter storm. Look at the snow that begins to break out Wednesday afternoon, just north of us, Tennessee and Arkansas. Wednesday night at midnight, a deepening surface low to the east, and a big snow band comes in here. That's a good snow if this is right. And then Thursday, it turns brutally cold in the wake of that thing. And then Friday, it's just very cold. Okay, so if you by chance you took this on face value, which is not what we want to do, you'd forecast a pretty good snow Wednesday night. But wait a minute, let's look at the European. It's slower and it's warmer. This is Thursday morning at 6 o'clock, and it's got a big rain event with maybe some thunderstorms here. But I'm telling you, if that happens to be cold enough for snow and you get a big shield of precipitation like that, look out. But so again, the GFS has got rain in here, so obviously there's not a whole lot of confidence in specifics. Let me show you the buff kit output, just for the fun of it, looking at some of the NAM snow totals for next week. You got one run of the NAM that is suggesting 7.5 inches of snow for Birmingham Wednesday night of next week. And then you got one run down there that shows less than 1 inch. Who do you believe? It's just too early. You know, yesterday's a great example of the skill that we don't have. Now, having said that, that was one of these nasty, shallow, cold air mass things that models have a horrible time with. This will be a more conventional type setup, but again, you got to get within 48 hours to be really specific. And the one thing I do think is going to happen is going to get brutally cold. Look at the temperature output coming off the buff kit. Are you kidding me? We've almost got 2 runs here of the GFS showing temperatures as cold as 0. Friday morning at 6 o'clock. It's a week from right now. Got a couple of runs suggesting 0 degrees. And again, we're not forecasting that, but it's not totally out of the question. All right, let's check the end of the forecast. That looks better. This is the 19th. Trough Ridge Trough. Look at that ridge just west of here. By golly, if that's right, Dallas-Fort Worth might approach 80 degrees. It's going to feel good for those folks up into Oklahoma and Kansas. That'll sure melt all that snow. Coldest air back in the northwest and up in the northeast. And it sure looks like after this brutally cold air mass, maybe at the end of next week, the rest of the month will be warmer on a consistent basis. Bring it on. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 or so today. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
Each day, there are new stories to tell about the people who live here and the place we call home.
All of the faces that I see, all of the places close to me, they're all part of all the best things about home.
Sharing your stories on ABC 3340, Alabama's news leader.